Okay, we're gonna switch it up a little bit. We're gonna switch it up a little bit here and try a different kind of thing. We watched a TV drama. Watched a TV comedy. But what happened was they all had like real people, live action people in them. So we're gonna try something different. See if we can get some quality out of an animated dinosaur. This is number 4, Netflix, Jurassic World, something. Camp Cretaceous. Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous. It's got violence and a strobing effect, so if I start spasming... Okay.
Follow me!
Is this first person? Something doesn't... like, it's making me nauseous. Something doesn't look right about this. Is that just me? Something doesn't look right. Okay, so the first encounter with the things that are supposed to be scary was not scary at all. There's no tension. Nobody cares. It's literally trying to make you identify with the protagonist because you are the protagonist. That's a little fucking lazy, isn't it?
No! We can use the river to mask our scent and...
Oh, look at that. The protagonist is so much smarter than the other person who's not the protagonist. Okay, there went that guy. Jesus, mother of...
Oh, crud.
Okay, when did we just see this? We just saw this in something. What the hell was it? Oh, they were playing a video game. Okay, but now it's normal. It's normal, animated, cartoon kind of deal. So maybe we could get some... That was really making me nauseous.
His name ought to be...
Wait, so he's played that before, and he got... Oh, I don't know. A minute into it? That's like the best he's done? That's not great.
The game and women...
How long is the game? So the game, that's the structure, that's the game there? You run forward a little bit, stop at a place, get chased for about 5 seconds, and then the T-Rex shows up, and that's, you dodge him, and it's the end of the game? It's a stupid fucking game. So it's like Charlie and the Chocolate, not Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory kind of deal, or if he beats the game, then he gets to go to Jurassic World. That's what we're doing here. So it's got, like you saw, they tried to integrate some of the exposition in there, so I can appreciate that. Yeah, they tried to have a little brother badinage, but it's still, it feels really stilted. And at least they tried to start with, okay, it's a video game, and now we're moving out to the real world, and we're setting up, okay, the father's missing or dead, whatever. And you've got the difference in stakes there, because you had the stakes of what you thought, you know, would have been in the game, versus the stakes of just a kid playing the game in his room. So there's something. And of course, a parent-related issue is the number one. Star it, check mark it, underline it, bold it, italicize it, change the font so it stands out a little bit, make it a heading paragraph of every animated feature ever was some kind of issue related to a parent. So let's just keep that in mind.
That's it! Ah!
Wait, whoa. Okay, so if he just figures it out based on this, why everybody's rushing through everything? Jesus Christ, whatever happened to the craft of storytelling? He just, okay, he falls asleep and then he goes, that's it. So if he doesn't figure anything out here and it's just, you know, some setup for a joke or something like that, then fine. But if he figures it out here, that's like the dumbest, least interesting way for him to figure something out. Wait a minute. Okay, so number 1, he continued game, so there might have been a whole bunch of other game before this, but that would be a pretty shitty finale to the game, that you run a little bit away from some raptors, and then T-Rex shows up in one stream, and there you go. I don't know what the rest of the game was. But, number 2, so he had gotten to the T-Rex many, many times before. It suggests that he could just never get past this point, and yet his checkpoint was well before the T-Rex, when he was just chasing the one guy and the raptors showed up. So that's a discontinuity. He should have started back right there if that's where his continue point was, but the checkpoint apparently was right at the T-Rex, so he could have just kept playing this part of it over and over again. Ridiculous. And wait a minute, So what was the deal? What was the thing that he figured out, and why did it work, and why did it just seem like he moved a little bit to one side and that made him survive? And that's the thing he couldn't figure out this whole time?
It's gotta be here somewhere. There it is!
So it was just that easy to get away from the thing, but he didn't do it before, but now he just did it and then went somewhere else to do the thing that he just figured out? Why is it so difficult to just make this continuity make sense? It's like for the movie. There's no way. Like you'll see in movies where they have chess games or something like that, and it'll be really stupid, and you'll be like, oh yeah, that's supposed to be some fancy chess move, when it doesn't make any sense at all. Just like here, this is the game that he has to beat. You don't think that every single person playing this game wouldn't have just run to the beach and spammed every item that they could possibly use? Oh, this doesn't make any sense. I don't want to wait for him to go do things. So what happened here was they set up a structure, and they already resolved that structure within that short amount of time, but that's the only thing that we had to latch on. You know, if he had gone to school, set up a whole bunch of other things related to going to this Jurassic World, and that would have been something else, where you had this arc, and at the end of like the first episode, or at the end of a couple episodes, or at the end of a season or whatever is what he finally gets to go, that would have been a different situation. But here we just had the one simple setup that was extremely contained, because the only thing he had so far was sitting at his computer. He had the game and sitting at his computer, and then he went to sleep and figured it out in his sleep. So there was nothing else, no world beyond that gave us any kind of a reason to care or understand any kind of broader stakes or world or anything like that. The only thing we got was a hint at, you know, daddy issues or whatever, and that he wanted to go. That's what we got. It's extremely superficial, extremely limited, and most importantly, there was not enough setup, not enough structure, not enough character development. There was not enough of anything to justify caring one way or another whether he did the thing that he did, and it already solved that whole thing. So it's like it cut off the whole show already. Just, I don't care. Go to hell.